So on March 30th, Moon Knight drops for Marvel. And I got to say, out of all of the Marvel shows that have come out, this one probably looks the most interesting. Though, if we want to be honest here, all of these Marvel television series start off good and fall apart. Maybe this one will buck the trend, but in my opinion, Hawkeye started off okay, falls apart at the end. WandaVision started off really, really interesting. Was really wondering what the mystery was, and then it fell apart at the end. And then the Winter Soldier series with Falcon Cap also fell apart at the end. There's a trend here, so I'm willing to bet this is probably not going to be a good show. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Happy to be proven wrong. We'll see. But I got to tell you, the director is going out of his way to try and irritate people. He's going after DC Comics movies, which would be fine. I enjoy the rivalry, but the way he's doing it is super cringe. 2 separate movies. So first he goes after Wonder Woman 1984. Why does he go after Wonder Woman 1984, you ask? Well, because there's scenes of Egypt. There's scenes that are supposed to be in Egypt during the movie. But instead of shooting the scenes in Egypt, they shot them in other countries and said it was Egypt, which is a pretty common thing in Hollywood. They do this all the time. There's literally been times where they're shooting a movie and they'll say they're like, we're in Chicago, but they're really like somewhere else. It's a pretty standard practice, but because it's Egypt and it's a certain area of the world, it needs to have better representation. So he goes after Wonder Woman, which I'm okay with because that movie was shit. Wonder Woman 1984 is an awful movie. Awful movie. The only thing that makes it watchable is the chemistry between Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. They're really good together. Other than that, the movie is awful. Awful. Next up, which is probably the funniest one that we're going to go over, is him going after Black Adam. Now, why is he mad about Black Adam? Well, because Kondak, I think that's how you say it, that's the nation that Black Adam is from, has no Egyptian actors or actresses playing the roles. It doesn't matter that, let's go over the lead here. The lead was The Rock as Black and Samoan. Hawkman is a person of color. Cyclone is non-binary. And so on and so on. There's a lot of diversity in the film. That doesn't matter. The real problem with the movie is that they didn't hire Egyptians. Even though Kondak is not Egypt. It's set between, I believe, Egypt and Israel. But it needed to have Egyptians. It's a fake country, bro. Not real. It's a fake DC Comics country. But it needed to have Egyptians. Okay, sure. This is the kind of shit that really just, it's like, you had one job, dude. Just be out there saying that your show's awesome. And I guess there's some hypocrisy here. I don't know a lot about Moon Knight. I never read the books. I don't know a great deal about the character because it's not something I was interested in. I hear he's fun. Maybe I'll go read some old back issues. I'm not reading the new stuff. I'll go read the back issues. But there's something about the character having Jewish heritage. And, well, I'll just read you the quote. Apparently, the director said he didn't care. So, here's what's going on. I wanted to showcase Egyptian talents as much as I could. Every culture should be represented by its people, so I hired actors, an editor, a costume designer, an art director, and a composer who are all Egyptian. This trend, too, and this falls in with what Andrew Garfield and Ian McKellen were saying. Anybody can play, like, first off, anybody can compose music and stuff like this, but cool. You want to get a bunch of Egyptian people to do it, whatever. But don't blast other people for what they're doing. This is petty what he's been doing, shooting on these other movies. What would be cool is if he was like, yeah, these DC Comics movies, we're gonna do it better or whatever. Like, I would like a little bit of rivalry that way, not like woke rivalry between the studios. It's just dumb. Still, Moon Knight came under fire for ignoring the Jewish heritage of Mark Spector in this series, although this doesn't bother some folks who wrote the character in the past. If Moon Knight's not Jewish because there's a good artistic reason he's not Jewish, that's perfectly okay. I don't care, said Moon Knight comic writer Alan Zelentis to Jewish American paper The Forward in defense of Diab and Disney's creative decisions. So, I'm not, like I said, I'm not versed in this character, but that was a little bit of a controversy that people were talking about. So apparently that has been erased. And Mohammed Diab, the director of this show, completely ignores that. But then he's calling out all these other people for not having this stuff in there. It seems a little hypocritical, I'm just saying. So, I don't know. I just think this is petty. It's like, why do you need to take shots at other people? Why don't you just promote your shit? Talk about how great it is. Say, check out my Moon Knight show, please. It's going to be so good. But instead, we're doing woke Olympics on who casts who for their products. It's just, come on, man. Are we really doing this? Literally, at least for me, kind of killing my desire to even watch this. I was on the fence anyway because I'm just so done with Marvel on some stuff. Like Doctor Strange 2 would be it. Spider-Man was amazing, but guess who had their hands all over Spider-Man? Sony. Anyway, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.